Okay, yeah, I know this isn't funny, but look at this. I'm gonna talk about relationships and different kinds of men. Because normally, what I say, I'm just gonna say either he's rich or poor. That's it, no in between. But I mean, you can't say he's the working class, he's the middle class, he's the rich class, he's the elite class. I don't mean the ones that are destroying the earth, not them. I mean as far as Bugatti billionaire, you know, heirs, heiresses. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about one kind of guy. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. hmm That's him. How many times have y'all broken up? You know that song, Break Up to Make Up, something like that. So, the one kind of guy that is completely wasting your time is the one that is spectacular. Everything he says is like cardigan, cardamom, silk, spice. He's so great and he's done all these marvelous things, trips and businesses and blah, blah, blah. He's saying all that to impress you because it's it's really he's just not that into you. It's just nothing there. Now, if you do, want to take it further past dating into a committed relationship, you're gonna see it. It's how do you explain it? After he chases and chases and chases, don't give up, persistent, and you thinking, maybe, y'all might have something because in the beginning you're like, oh no, he's just not the one. He's not really my type. So I can just speak from my own experience. Okay, so yes, he was telling me how great he is and all these wonderful things he's done in his life, and he's retired, and he's got multiple businesses, and he's just a great talker and just sends inspirations to lift your day. He says, and I told him, you write a book. I think writing a book, that's you. You know, and he was like, you think? I said, yeah, because I mean, he just writes extensively, paragraph on top of paragraph of, I mean, I wish I had one of them. I don't want to show you, but he's saying all these great things. And so, words of encouragement and scriptures, and, you know, so how do you say it changed to little put downs? Because first it was, oh, you're so beautiful, and you're the Immaculate Conception, Mother Mary, you know, oh, your eyes, this and that. you're so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. So it started with the little put downs, like little, you know, because, you get to talking about family and different things. And I started to feel like this old guy is in competition with me. He really thinks that he's in competition with a woman. And I just summed it up to he really don't like women because I know when a man likes me. So I'll just get to it. And so, that's it. That's what we do. Ignore our intuition because my gut said just go ahead, cut him off, leave him alone, move on, next, put a point. So, yeah, when he started those little put downs, oh, you didn't finish school, you didn't, because talking as I went to college and all that, didn't finish, and then he would say things to build you up and then put you down. Have you met those kind? Yeah, very immature. And that's why I was shocked because, he was telling me all this great stuff. He did the tour of duty. He went to Afghanistan and all these different places. And I'm like, oh, wow, he seems to be a really great guy. And I have to say, I'm going to just tell y'all, the last conversation we had, it was just bizarre. I don't even know why I was even continuing wasting my time. And I told him, do you want me to keep saying the same thing over and over? Like I'm being interviewed. Like he didn't agree with where I said that I was this one day, which was absolutely bizarre. And I said, okay, you want me to give you every point of, step where I was at, today, what I'm saying, when we was talking. And he said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna let this guy go. Because it just was getting more ridiculous talking to this guy by the second. And then he calls all times of the day. What the heck? I was like, okay, I just got off the phone with you. I mean, we were just talking. Were we not just talking 10 minutes ago? Like, I don't know. It just started to become just a complete waste of my time. It wasn't worth anything, the effort, nothing. And he was saying all of these great things he's going to do as well. It's just confusing. It really is. It made no sense. I just went ahead and blocked him. Okay, let's just get to right to the point. I blocked him, deleted all the fantastic, you know, part one, two, three, four, five, and the sequel, Texas. I mean, when I say he wrote a book, I'm not kidding. I mean, it was crazy, y'all. So it didn't even get to the point of, you know, a relationship. You know, it didn't even get that far. It just wasn't worth it. And so I don't know. We just meet some people, that 1%. I'm not saying all men are liars, all men are manipulating, full of shit, whatever. No, I'm not saying that. But he was. So yeah, that I'll just sum that up. That's what he is. this right here. This book that I absolutely love. I've been reading it about men's games that they play. He's Lying Sis by Stefan Labussier. Yeah, uncover the truth behind his storyline, his stories and stuff, because the ones that right off the bat is flattering, just just building you up and compliments, and he's done so many great things. He's got the Red Cross Foundation. He's um, pastor of highest Mount St. Helens Church in Mississippi, whatever. I mean, just listen to the guys, listen to the foolishness, I mean, of those. And then just put a point and just move on. That's all you do because you're not losing anything. Only way you lose is when you get involved and believing the lies. And then you're like, what the heck? I know, right? And you know what? I'm not talking about somebody in their 20s and 30s here. I am talking about, I'm not even going to tell you how old he is, how much older he is than me. Because I thought by talking to, this older man that he's established and everything. But when they start talking about their ex and their divorce or how many and da da da, ladies, look, it's downhill. And I don't mean to be negative, but he's just not going to let you live it down because he is going to treat you like his last relationship, his divorce. I kid you not. You're not even going to win. Okay. It doesn't even matter how loving you are to him. None of that because he's always, I don't know if it's comparing you to her or what she did to me. And, you know, he's just holding on. He's jaded. That's all I can say. You know, it, if he's messed up, you're wasting your time, ladies. You just might as well keep it rolling, keep it pushing because you're not going to win. Because it's always going to be about talking about her and what happened and this, that, and the other. And so, yeah, get you someone that's not holding grudges and, because it's just not worth it, for your peace of mind. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that one guy. I should have just titled it The Grandiose Guy. So, all right, my goddesses. That's all I had. Y'all have a fabulous day.